Welcome to Bible Bites for Holy Week. My name is Kathy, and this is a very busy week in the church calendar year. Holy Week is the whole story of Jesus dying on the cross and the resurrection all compacted into 1 week. So let's go day by day. Palm Sunday. Jesus enters Jerusalem and everyone is praising him as the king. They're waving palm branches and putting their coats down. So this donkey that no one has ever ridden before brings Jesus into town. And they are saying, Hosanna, King of the Jews. Little did they know at that time that within that span of the week, they would be saying, crucify him, crucify him. So on Palm Sunday, it's a joyous day. It is people praising God as being the King. Then we go into Monday, and Monday is when Jesus visits his friends in Bethany, and Mary anoints Jesus' feet. In those days, the people wore sandals, and their feet were always dirty. And when visitors came into the house, the servants would wash their feet. And Mary, one of the friends who believed in Jesus and knew who Jesus was, she took and anointed Jesus' feet and washed his feet with her hair, showing that he is very important guest. On Tuesday, Jesus foretells of 2 of his disciples that would betray him or deny him. For Judas, he knew that Judas would betray him and tell him where he was and not say that he was following him. And Peter, he denied Jesus 3 times before the cock crowed, that morning chicken bird rooster cock. He said, no, I don't know Jesus. No, I don't know Jesus. No, I don't know Jesus. And Judas, on Wednesday, he made a deal with the high priest for 30 silver coins. He turned Jesus over to the ruler. And that everything goes downhill from there. But that needed to happen for the resurrection of Jesus. On Maundy Thursday, or that Thursday, we call it Maundy Thursday, that's when Jesus had the Last Supper, where he took bread and he took wine, and he took the bread and said, this is my body. And he took the wine and said, this is my blood. This is one of the sacraments that we celebrate as in remembrance of Jesus, of what he did for us, the forgiveness of sins. That's where it all started, on the Thursday before he was crucified. And on Friday, that's when the people took him and nailed him to the cross. We can imagine what it would feel like with nails going through our hands and our feet. It's very scary for children to know that. And it's like, why is it called Good Friday? And when Jesus died on the cross. But we needed to know, and we needed to witness that he actually died. He was human. And during the Good Friday, then they took down Jesus' body and put him in a tomb where no one had been buried before. And then on Saturday, people were grieving. It's many times called Holy Saturday for people to remember Jesus was dead. And then on Easter Sunday, on that Sunday, the stone was rolled away. And there was an angel that was sitting there and saying, why are you here? He is not here. He has risen. And that is the story. That is the story. Good Friday isn't the end of the story when he dies, but he rose from the dead and he lives with us now. It's interesting to know, and I learned this at a conference I was at, that if you're at a meal and you have a cloth napkin and you leave it all bunched up, then the servers know that you are done. If you fold your napkin and it's placed on there, it means you're returning, you're coming back. Well, the cloth that Jesus was wrapped in was folded neatly in the tomb, meaning he's coming back. And he did come back, and he will come back again. Now, this is a lot for children to know. So the important parts is Jesus is our King. He died. He rose again from the dead, and he loves them. May God's love be in our hearts, in our mouths, in our minds. May God's love work through our hands and lead us in every way.